In this audio, you're going to learn certain keys to creating the reality that you want to live. There's certain misunderstandings that we have as a human society that keeps us chasing in certain loops that stops us from really living, achieving, reaching, experiencing the life that we actually want to live. We often think that the way to the path to what we want is often in a box that confines into the understanding we have of the world. Such as, if we want to make money, we think we have to make a business. It's logical. But this is not the way creation works. If you want something, one of the biggest obstacles that we find in the path of creating the life that we are truly here to live is focusing so much on how. We get so lost in thinking that we have to have the plan, the idea, and know the whole steps, all of them, of how we're going to get from where we are to where we want to go. But in all reality, there is no laid out plan that you can define from the mind that will get you truly into experiencing what matters most for you. First, it's important to understand the fallacy, the illusion of how we've been taught to think in order to start to change and recognize the greater truth of how creation really works. Because when we start by recognizing that we are often so caught up on how we are going to create what we want, we, one, get so caught up in the details that we don't take any action, or two, we get overwhelmed with all of the options that exist, or three, we just have no idea where to go, what to do with our lives. And so we keep doing the same things and running this little hamster wheel that society has created for us to run on. But we're starting to wake up and realize, wow, I don't need to run on this hamster wheel. Wow, my life is mine, and I can define what I choose to live. From this recognition, we start to think about how or what is more important to us. This is a very necessary stage in the evolution of our consciousness when we start really asking ourselves, what do I really want? What do I really want? This is a question that we're often not even asked at young ages. We're taught to think so limited that our reality of what we think is possible and what we think we are capable of is confined into boxes of jobs and titles, roles, diplomas, certificates, schools, universities, and following this path that we think is going to lead us to what we want. But when we start to think out of the box, or more so when we remove the box of limitations around what we think is possible, and we just solely focus on what is it that we really want to create, or more so, what is it that I more deeply, truly want to live? What are the feelings that I truly want to experience more of in this life? When we can define this, we start creating more of it. When we can so clearly see, know, recognize the importance of feeling a certain way, then we can start actually shifting that and change that. When we make the focus about how we feel rather than what we have, creation starts to work in our favor, because it is an energy-based system that responds to emotion at a higher level. So when you are emotionally clear on what you want to experience more of in your life, and you can paint pictures for how you want to experience it, in what ways do you feel that feeling. If you want to feel more joy, what makes you feel more joy? If you want to feel more love, what makes you feel more love? If you want to feel more peace, what makes you feel more peace? If you want to feel more on purpose, what makes you feel on purpose? Asking these questions is a very important part of shifting the path and the trajectory that you have been on to start really creating your life deliberately. This is what awakening is. It is the recognition that you are truly, ultimately, completely the creator of your reality along with spirit. And so we walk this journey looking at the minute details of what on many different layers keeps us stuck in the life the vibration, the frequency, the density of the life that we've been living, that we know we're ready to move away from, that there's a spark in our soul that is reminding us that this is the time to really shift the direction, the focus of where you allow your hocus pocus, your magic, your intention, your direction. So these words are pointing you to look at what in your life, where in your life. Are you focusing more on how you're going to get what you think you want versus just the what? What is it that you really want? What do you really want to experience? Let go of thinking how you think it's going to happen, because it's probably not going to happen that way. And allow yourself to be more open to the infinite ways Spirit is creating this for you right in this moment. These are words to show you parts of yourself that you can become more aware of, where maybe you're stuck in inaction because you don't know the whole plan. Because out of all the things that we can put our energy towards, there's one thing the heart is telling you, probably the scariest thing. And you don't know where this path leads, but it feels right. It feels like it's coming from the heart. It feels true. It feels real. And it feels important. It also feels scary. It leads you into the unknown, but it leads you towards what's really important to you. Truly, deeply, what's important for your soul and why you have come here into this existence to experience the human journey. So start to see where you might get lost in the details of all the choices, all the things to do, the what, how is it going to happen, and simplify it down to the core essence of what is really truly most important to you, and start living things that make you feel that way, using the examples I shared with you, going deeper into what is most important to you and what makes you feel that way. You can leave the rest to creation and know that more of that feeling, if you're brave enough to start feeling more of it now, will just start to be more and more of your normal reality. Thank you for your time, hearing these words, allowing it to come deep into your heart. Until next time, so much love.